autumn today. Like I look very autumnal. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Gemma and today I am doing a what's in my bag video. I can't get my words out. I think a what's in my bag video was the third ever video I did on this channel. So it's like one of the things that I remember is like my first starting point, which is really cool. But I haven't done one since then and I've gone through a lot of bags in that point. So I thought I would do one now with my new bag, which is amazing. So I'm obsessed with designer handbags, but right now at my point in life a designer handbag isn't really on the cards, but I am saving for one and I cannot wait for that moment to have like my own designer handbag, because to me I see it as a sign of like hard working and like success and things, which like I'm not saying everyone agrees with that, but that's kind of how I see them. I also really love dupes, because if you can't afford like the style of bag that you really would love, I don't see any harm in being able to buy one that you do love that's kind of a dupe of it. If you have the money, spend it on the more expensive one. If you get what I mean, I may have just lost you. And I also think buying a dupe is a really good kind of training point for getting like the bag you want, because you don't want to go waste like £1,000 on a bag that when you get in reality you're like, this doesn't really kind of fit my kind of needs. So I bought a dupe in exactly the bag I want to buy when I buy my first designer handbag, so I can kind of see how much I love it and whether or not it's worth that investment. I'm going to stop rambling and show you because it's so pretty. But this is the bag. It is a dupe for the Gucci Dionysus, something like that. I'll put it on the screen. It's a dupe for that bag, which I'm obsessed with at the moment. Every time I see someone with one, I'm just like, oh. But it's just this black suede-esque bag with kind of a leather kind of flap underneath, and then it has a chain at the back of it, which you can make like long or short depending on like how much of a chain you need. Annoyingly, this strap isn't long enough for crossbody, like unless you want to wear your bag like under your boob, just like that, which you can't really see, but it's like just under my boob. It's not really a crossbody one, so this kind of is the perfect length to wear over your shoulder, or then you can have this half one which you can then wear in like the nook of your arm. I'm like showing this so horrendously. I got this bag from Jessica Berman, I think is how you say it, .com, which I've got bags from before. Really love that website. I'll link it down below so you can go check it out. And it cost I think about £90, which sounds like a lot, but if you go on Topshop's website they cost about the same now, so I kind of see it as an acceptable amount. It's just kind of a really big size, it's quite wide at the side, it kind of comes out a bit more. So it unfastens at this bit where it's got this tiger, I think it's a tiger, or a cheetah, I don't know, little heads. It comes down here, and then underneath the flap there's a little button you push in that opens up the clasp, which is actually quite annoying because it's quite hard to find, and then when you're trying to do it up you're like, oh, where's the hole? But that's what she said. You know, it's not that difficult, it's not like life-changing difficult. It then opens up and then it's got two big compartments inside and like a zip one in the middle of it, and then a zip one at the back that you can't really use because it's very like flat to the hard surface of the back, and then in the front it's got two little flappy bits. I'll show you that in a minute. And then it's got this flap here, but there's not actually a pocket underneath it, it's just there for show. I think maybe in the actual Gucci bags this is actually a real pocket, but in my little dupe it's not. I'm not claiming there's going to be anything interesting in my bag, but I'm going to show you anyway. Okay, I'm going to start with this back pocket, which is mainly makeup and like the general things I carry around with me. First of which is just a pair of headphones, like the standard headphones. Then I just have the Collection eyebrow kit in blonde, which I don't know why they call it blonde because I literally use this black shade at the end. I work doing styling and photography, and I have like a camera pressed up against my face quite a lot, and I end up rubbing off half my eyebrow and walking around with just like one eyebrow drawn on and one like completely invisible, and I look like a right idiot. So I always kind of carry this with me so I can kind of fill it in. And then I just have this little brush which is a Zoeva one, and it is 322 brow line brush. I then have the MAC Studio Fix, which is again something I've always carried around with me. It just looks like this. I've actually hit pan, but it's got a little mirror in it, and then it's got the little sponge underneath, so I kind of get the applicator built in. I then just have this Revolution Baked Bronzer, which is so pretty. And then a little Revolution brush, which doesn't have a name, but it's just kind of this angled one from Revolution. And again, I just carry this with me because it's quite multi-purpose, and I can just make myself look a little bit prettier when I'm sweaty and gross and horrible. Kind of ashamed at how much makeup I carry around with me at all times. I then have this little concealer, it's the Wake Me Up one. I like this isn't my favourite concealer, but I tend to carry this with me because it's got more of a foundation consistency. So if I need to, I can spread it around my face a little bit more than I would a thicker concealer. And I just have this in the shade Ivory. I then have a little collection Fast Stroke eyeliner, which is my favourite eyeliner. And again, I carry this with me for the same reason I bring the brow stuff. I end up like rubbing off just one eye makeup and looking really weird. Then I have an abundance of lip products. I have my trusty MAC Honey Love, which I take with me everywhere. This is kind of my favourite nude lipstick to wear. I then have they're all brown shades. I then have the NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm. This is kind of a bit thicker if I kind of need to look a little bit prettier. And then I have the Super Matte lipstick from Primark, which is in the shade Carla with a K. A pair of sunglasses. I always have a pair of sunglasses with me. These are just some black ones from Shein Side that look like this. They kind of cute little simple shape, kind of go with everything. Make me look incredibly washed out and pale on camera. I then have an entire thing of Lindt Elegance chocolate. I found out recently that keeping dark chocolate on you if you are someone that feels anxious or stressed, or it helps. This is weird, but it does. Like, I'm vouching for this. I read it somewhere that when you start to get stressed or worked up or anything, your like sugar levels drop, and if you have a bit of dark chocolate, it kind of settles that out and kind of neutralizes it a little bit. Weird, and I thought I'd try it, and it definitely works, so I always have this with me. And I hate dark chocolate, so that's why I've got this like really fancy one, because this is the only one I'll eat. But yeah, a weird tip. It's very much probably a placebo thing that I've fallen for, but it helps. So yeah, that's always in my bag. I just have my phone, which is the iPhone 6s Plus in rose gold, and then I have this case on it, which I've spoken about before, which is from Inkcase, or Incase with a K.co. And it just lets you see the rose gold through it, which I think is really cute. And then I have an empty thing of cold and flu tablets because I've been poorly. And that my mum got me for Christmas. My little card holder, I don't carry a wallet or anything around with me. One, because I think they take up unnecessary space and you end up shoving things in. And two, like everything I need fits inside this. Oh, I just noticed there's a little doggy in the background. Okay. I then just have a little hairbrush, which I got from Superdrug, that's got a little mirror in it. This is horrible, it like yanks all your hair out and it's rubbish, but it's kind of there for emergencies. I hate people brushing my hair. I can't think of anything worse than someone touching my hair. Like, going to the hairdressers is like such a traumatic experience for me. I then just have some little Elegant Touch nail glue, because I then have a little Jo Malone perfume, which is Wood Sage and Sea Salt, which is my favourite one. I feel like I shouldn't carry this around in my bag because it's like quite expensive, but it's the smallest little one I have, so it usually gets thrown in there. God, there's something in there. Okay, I've got a couple of little silver rings, which I think are just from Primark, because I can't eat in rings. That's such a weird fact about me, but every time I've got rings on and food comes, I have to take them out and put them in my bag, so I'm guessing I threw these in there recently. I have some receipts. And that is everything. Wait. Yeah, that's everything in my bag, other than another receipt and another 5p. But yeah, so you can tell it fits a lot, and you can kind of see the insides a bit better now. Yeah, that's my pretty little bag, and I love it so much, and it's so pretty, and I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll subscribe to me so you can watch more in the future. Bye!